New stars. Today is May 7th, Friday. Let's check headlines today.
The president's visit has been canceled. We'll give you details maybe.
Dom has the latest trivia with baseball and softball.
And Gage has today's forecast from New York.
Thanks for joining us today, stars. I'm Andrew Kopic.
And I'm Jaden. It's time for the question of the day, and it's how tall is Dom Mixkol, or however you say his beautiful, lovely name.
Email radiotv@wb.rtv and Outlook, or you can give us a call at extension 3134 if you think you do not know the answer.
Barney is a dinosaur from our imagination, and when he's tall, he's what we call a dinosaur sensation. Barney's friends are big and small, they come from lots of places. After school, they meet to play.
In our top story, I win ball game. Man throw ball go and hit my head. Ow, 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 this no good. Me go to hospital, Dr. Fall tell me no more ball game. Uh-oh, hungry. Go Burger King, get chicken. I like the ranch, put on my sandwich. Good, my come to school, put on funny hair, Breaking Bad. Walt drive RV, go desert, Jesse cry, plane go down. Jesse, I need to make money. Gustavo, better call Saw, me go sleep. That's all for top story. Now back to Jaden.
Interesting. In Weibo news, us WBTV students have tied up Mr. Foxworthy, and he's in the back right now. We're doing whatever we want, but do not fret. We'll release him later, and we're going to go play golf together. Actually, he's going to work on his drives today out on the range. Also, the global president's visit to the school has been canceled for unreasons that you should not know, with visible sadness. Also, read this out loud. All students encouraged to send a $3 postcard from 7-Eleven to the presidents within the next 16 minutes or you'll be expelled. Sorry, not sorry.
News. And now, let's check in with Dom for today's probably bad and terrible interview between baseball and softball.
Thank you. Good afternoon, stars. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of a trivia game between baseball and softball. Let's see who wins. Who has the best relationship between baseball and softball? Is it A, Jazzy and Elliot, B, Dom and Zach, C, Casey and Mitch, or D, Tyler Brunny and his arm?
Jazzy.
Okay. So, Elliot, who cries the most on the team? Gabby, Jazzy, Sydney, or Hannah?
Oh, that's a tough one. I'm going to say probably Gabby.
He is correct.
Let's go.
So, how many freshmen do we have on the team?
3, I think.
Okay, Mitch. So who gets yelled at the most on the team? Is it Maya, Hannah, Emma, or Jazzy?
Probably Maya.
Correct. So, what baseball boy has the best flow? Is it A, Mitch Miller, B, Dominic Mitchell, C, Jake Johnson, or D, Elliot Young?
D, Elliot Young.
Who's most likely to sell their homework on the softball team? Is it A, Maya, B, Sydney, C, Jacelyn, or D, Mac?
Jacelyn.
Casey, what side are the baseball boys supposed to park on in the admin office?
The side that we always park on, the right side.
Oh, that's facts.
Teacher, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Thank you, Dom. Now we got Colin on here, and we want to know what he thinks about cars, and he's going to share that with us right now.
So, I've gathered you all here today to discuss something that is very important, that I think needs a good discussion, and that is the Cars universe. If there is a car pole, there is a car god. I have brought my special analyst here. His name is Colin Morith.
Woo! Woo!
We're gathered here today in
answer a very important question. What kind of car would the God car be? I think he would be a 2003 Chevy Impala.
Our car god is a 1956 Beetle, and I love our God. He does everything for us. The kid does.
News. Thanks for the wonderful video, Colin.
Thank you.
And now to Gage. Gage, you know we do this every day, so tell them what we're doing.
Absolutely. Let's take a look at our live weather shot brought to you by New York. You can see there's quite a few people on the ground with the reflection of the sun. You can tell that it's fairly sunny, but there is some clouds, so you can see that there is a little bit of shade as well. Let's move on to our currents. As you can see, currently in New York, we have some partly sunny skies with a temperature of 57 degrees Fahrenheit. The wind is out of the north or Canada at 6 miles per hour. And today's high in New York is 63 degrees Fahrenheit. I'd be grabbing that jacket because it's chilly up here. Let's take a look at our live radar. You can see there is quite a bit of rain over here to the west of New York. That will continue to move to the east and bring us a lot of rain for the weekend. Let's move on to our surface map. As you can see, there is another low pressure right here. That is to the south of New York. That will bring us just a little bit of rain all weekend. There is a high pressure here down to the southwest and a few low pressures and high pressures over by the plains. However, we won't have to worry about those because they're too far away. Let's move on to our extended forecast. Saturday, we're going to have some rainy skies with a high of 54 and a low of 45. Sunday, we're going to have rainy skies with a high of 63 and a low of 52. And Monday, we're going to have some rainy skies with a high of 61 and a low of 46. That's all for weather. We'll be back with sports after this quick break.
And now Zach Collins joins with sports. So, Snowflake, could you catch us up on what happened?
Yeah. Zach, tell us. Change the slide.
Thank you. It's good. We're good.
We're good? Okay. Good afternoon, Stars. Last night, the varsity girls team got rained out. Very unfortunate for the senior girls because it was the senior girls senior night. But luckily, the senior girls were able to celebrate their senior girls night because their senior girls night's match was played by the senior girls, but it'll also be made up on Tuesday. They play Danville for their senior girls night. But also, tonight, JV and varsity baseball players play at home tonight against Hamilton Heights. Be there. Show up. I'm not sure what time the game starts because I didn't see the schedule, but my best professional guess is 5:30. No, it's 5:30. It's not 5. Anyway, but if it's not 5:30, then I'm sorry. I did my best. But nonetheless, be there. Please be there. That's all for sports, though. Now back to the news desk for the answer to the question of the day.
Thanks, Zach. And now it's time for the answer to the question of the day. The question was, how tall is Mike Shell?
Dominic Mike.
Don Mike Shell?
Yeah, there you go. If you answered 6'6", you are correct. The teachers who answered correctly are Mrs. Alexander, Mr. Baird, Mrs. Baker, Mr. Burke, Mrs. Brunny, Mr. Brunny, Mr. Burkett, Mrs. Butler, Mrs. Codwell, Mr. Cunningham, Mr. Dale, Mr. Dexter, Mrs. Ferris, Mrs. Foxworthy, not Mr. Foxworthy because he's still tied up. And that's all.
And the students who answered correctly are Madison Royce, Eli McLean, Zane Allen, Lane Hardy, Ryan Taylor, Alan Adams, Keith Hawkins, John Harlos, Luke Barta, Wes Meyer, Gavin Prickett, Evan Crowley, Damian Donahue, Adelaide Crockett, Emily Parsons, Devon Isbell, Ethan Bales, and Charles Connors.
Yeah.
That's all for today's broadcast. Thanks for joining us, Stars. I'm Andrew Kopic.
And I'm Jaden Bailey from all of us here at WBTV Week. Have a good
great
weekend.
The builder, yes we can. Scoop, muck and dizzy and roll.